Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have not vlogged in ages and I missed it. I missed talking to you guys, so I'm gonna do a weekend in my life. Ashio, he's so cute, man. And we can see what I get up to because right now I'm actually dressed and I'm ready to go to my local library. And I have not set foot in this library probably since I was like a young teenage girl, like early teens. It's been so long. Why am I doing this? One, I feel like we need to support local libraries. I feel like there is so much of an overconsumption of books, one that I am really guilty of as well. There's so many books sat on my shelf that I have not read, and I feel like my main goal of 2026 was to become less of a consumer. So I thought going to the library, maybe renting out a book or two that I really fancy picking up is one way to hit that goal, because I'm not just buying a book and putting it on my shelf. I'm, helping the environment. That book hasn't had to be reprinted, and I'm actually so surprised that libraries are still a thing. I don't know if anyone goes to them anymore, but I'm going to go and check out my local one. I signed up on the internet this week and I need to go and get my library card. I really hope someone's working there. I do not know how these things work, but that is the first thing on my agenda. I think I'm going to take my current read, just because if I don't find anything there today that I really like, then I can maybe sit in there and carry on reading. So I'm reading Male Unknown by C.J. Griffiths. I was actually given this by one of my friends at work. Her name is Ali, and she just finished reading it and she really loved it. So she gave it to me because I was like, yeah, I'm really feeling like a thriller mystery, and this one has had me hooked the whole time. I literally haven't read the past 2 days and I'm itching to finish this weekend, just so I can know what happens and I can go into work on Monday and discuss it with Ali as well. But seriously, if you've not heard of this author or this book, really recommend picking it up. We kind of start off, our main character Edie works in the intensive care unit in the hospital, and this patient comes in. I think he'd done an overdose or something like that, and he comes in and across his chest he's used a knife to carve in the words "Sorry, Edie." So we kind of start there and we pick up that she cannot remember who this man is. She suffers from dissociation and PTSD from her childhood, so she doesn't remember a lot of anything that happened in her early childhood. So we are slowly unraveling and seeing this story come together. I've got honestly no idea where the book is going to go, but I'm going to pop this in my bag. We're going to head to the library and maybe see what steals we can find. I want to see what's on offer, whether there's books that meet my kind of taste. I think in the local area where I'm from, when you get a library membership, you can have access to 5 different libraries. So I'll check this one out, and maybe in another vlog we can go to another one and see if the offering is different, because I just feel like it would be really interesting. But that is the plan this morning. I'm about to walk there, get my steps in at the same time, and yeah, I'm actually really excited. Hopefully I'll be able to film in there. I'm going to see, judge how busy it is, see if I can find a quiet corner. But I'm so happy to be vlogging this weekend. It's been so long. I feel like I've been really getting in my head about long form content and the effort that I put in and the time it takes to film and edit, when I guess not many people see it, but I guess the main thing is that I enjoy doing it, and that is why I'm going to stick at it, because this is like a video diary for me to look back on when I'm 80 years old, and I can see myself reigniting my love for my local library. How cute and wholesome. But also happy August 1st. It's nearly witchy season. I'm so excited for fall and all the fall content that comes with it, all the fall reading. I think I'm going to sit today and maybe just go through a quick full TBR with you guys as well on books that I really want to pick up during this time, because as we transition into the fall autumn era, I definitely do become more of a fantasy romancy girly. I think in the summer I read a lot of romance, but we are about to switch things up and I could not be more excited for it. I'm gonna try and be really quick here because people keep walking by when I'm trying to film and I don't want to get anyone on camera. But I've been walking around and it's so nice just to browse the selection of books that they have, and I have picked up two. I could have gone absolutely crazy, but one I just had to. Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. So this is like a series of novellas, I believe, and I'm hoping it includes our favourite characters from the Caraval series. If you don't know, I'm such a big Caraval fan. And then I also picked up The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean, and this just looks so cosy, so fantasy, and I think I'm definitely going to put it into my full TBR. Obviously, my original plan was to sit here and read my Male Unknown current read, but I think my parents are going to pick me up and we're going to go to a nice place in the sun. It's a really warm day, so definitely excited for that. Maybe we'll grab a little sweet treat while we're there, but I'm so happy with the two books that I've picked up on my first trip to the library. I didn't want to go too crazy because I think the lady said that you have like 3 weeks to bring them back, so at the rate that I'm reading currently, maybe this will be like my new thing to get me out of my like not wanting to read phase. But The Phoenix Keeper, the cover is so stunning, and I've never seen this book before, so I'm really excited to read it and talk to you guys about it, because I feel like doing this will be a really good way to find reads that I'm not aware of. And yeah, this is so cool. I have my own library card now. She was like, oh, you're already on the system. I was like, probably from like 14 years ago maybe. But yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm going to go out with my parents, and then when we get back we'll go through maybe a little full TBR that I'm looking forward to reading over the next couple of months. It's now the next day, and I spent some time last night after having a really nice afternoon out with my parents. I've put together a really small TBR. I think I'm such a mood reader right now, so I don't want to make it too long and then feel overwhelmed. But I've just got 5 books that are speaking early fall reads to me. But first, I am a collector of these Jellycat dupes. So it's a brand called Poplings, and we went into this store where we were yesterday and they had loads for sale. I'm talking like £1.99. So I just wanted to share them because I've got a little bag here and they're so adorable. I love them so much. I'm actually planning on getting free floating shelves, maybe above my bed, that I can display all my little Poplings on, because they literally are Jellycats, but for such a fraction of the price. Like, why would I spend £50 on this in a Jellycat version when I can get something just as cute for £2? But the first one is a little toaster. He is so adorable. And then I think this is my favourite that I picked up. This is Percy Pistachio. He's so cute, man. Oh, I love them so much. And then we have a little hot dog. They just give me such a serotonin boost. I literally cannot explain it. There is a thread coming off of this one, so I need to sort that out, but so cute. Now this one is quite funny. So my mum picked it up because she thought that it was a bumblebee, but it's actually a tape measure, so slightly random for the collection, but it's giving bumblebee vibes and we love it. And then this one is super cute as well. It is like peas in a pod, and you can actually take this pea out and he can dangle. So I really love this one. It's a bit different to what all the others that I normally have. Lulu's here. And then finally, to put on my keys for my car, I got this little keychain as well. It has got 2 on them, but I think I'm going to keep the toast on it and take the little egg off. But I just think that's going to be so adorable on my car keys. I have a bigger version of the toast as well, which I really love. So now I've got the mini version as well. But that is just my little teddy bear haul. I mean, yeah, 26-year-old doing teddy bear haul, but if you like collecting stuff and you like your room to be just you, then you know exactly what I mean. So that's what we picked up. Now let's go through the 5 books that I'm going to put aside for ones I really want to get to when we're in the midst of fall. Now I understand that we are probably still in the midst of summer. It's literally just turned August, but I don't know why I'm just feeling so autumnal already. It's my favourite season and I literally just cannot wait for it to be here. I feel like it's come around really quick. This year has flown by since I started working. Obviously the 2 books that I picked up yesterday I have put on this list. So we've got The Phoenix Keeper, and this just gives full fantasy vibes. And I think within this book we almost have people that look after dragons and phoenixes, and I think it's a romance, maybe a romantasy. There's a little bit about somehow she actually did it, landed her dream job as head phoenix keeper at the Royal world-renowned zoo that inspired her as a child, tasked with rescuing the critically endangered Simalo phoenix from the brink of extinction. There are just 2 or 3 impossible problems she can't act sensibly around the charming dragon keeper Connor. So this is giving romance in a fantasy form with a fantasy twist, and I feel like it would just be the perfect read. I feel like I've also seen S.A. McLean before. Have I read one of their books? I don't know. Or have I been kind of sent one of their books? I'm really not sure. And then obviously Spectacular, we did touch on this yesterday. This has to go on the list. I do think this may be more Christmassy. There is snowflakes on it, but maybe it'll be a good one for me to read early and see if I can recommend it to you guys for a Christmas read this year. Next up, I've got Forged in Gold by Caitlin Schumacher. This has been on my shelf for like a year now. This is an indie copy that I got at a book event. I'm not going to delve into it because I really want to go into this blind and not know much about it, but I think it's going to be an epic fantasy, one that I probably really will have to focus on, because I do find if it doesn't have a strong romance element, sometimes I do find it hard to kind of stay on track. And one that I'm probably most excited to read is Cat Dragon by Samantha Birch. I was sent this by HarperCollins maybe last fall last fall, but I didn't get around to reading it. This looks so cute and whimsical and just all the vibes that I'm looking for this year. I feel like I want less killing power fantasy and more autumnal cozy vibes, almost like Legends and Lattes. That's the kind of books that I want to be reading. I don't want to have to use my brain power too much. So I think this romance is definitely going to be up my street, and I really hope that it lives up to the expectation that I'm building in my head. And finally, just on this little mini TBR for fall, I've got Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. I'm pretty sure that I picked this up in a random bundle on Vinted and I've never gotten round to it. By the sounds of it, this is about this hotel and it changes location every night. So we have 2 sisters that go in and it kind of looks like they're swept into this life of adventure. Everything is very much just perfect and regal in a sense, but everything starts to quickly show a sinister side. So I think leading up to Halloween, this could be the perfect read. It is kind of giving me Caraval vibes, where you obviously go there and everything seems perfect, but you slowly start breaking down the walls and there's a lot more sinister element to it. So I'm excited. I really want to pick this up this year. This is my goal. But that is just a quick little full TBR, some books that are on my radar. Let me know in the comments some books that you really want to read this year. I also do want to get into Throne of Glass, but I told myself that I would do that once I hit 5,000 followers on TikTok, and we're so close, but we're just not there yet. So I'm holding out on that goal. And yes. am back home now, and honestly we had a really nice time going to the lakes, but I've got this issue today where my ear is really hurting. I don't know what it is, and it's like going into my jaw and making my jaw really stiff. So I literally don't even want to do anything now. All I want to do is maybe just sit and read, but I just wanted to give you guys a reading update because yesterday I finished Male Unknown by CJ Griffiths, and I've given it a 4-star. I really did love this book. I really recommend it. I just think the middle it dragged a bit for me, but the start of the book and the end was so good. I feel like I was able to guess certain things, but not in the way that they happened. It doesn't make sense, but if you read it, you will know CJ Griffiths did a really good job of keeping you on your toes and keeping you invested in the story and the characters as well. So I'm so happy that my friend from work gave me this to read. It was a fun time, and I also got a bit scared as well, I'm not gonna lie. But I think next up I really want to start Beth O'Leary's Swept Away. So I picked this up on like a nature reserve. It was like £2. They had like a little like library thing they were doing for charity. So I picked this up for £2, and I really want to read it. I feel like now is the perfect time to rather like ending off summer. Not really ending summer, I'm probably still going to be reading some rereads, but I actually think I'm planning on doing a buddy read with someone that I've connected with over on TikTok, Libby, so hopefully we can start this at the same time. I'm probably getting a bit of a head start by starting today because I think I originally said we were going to start tomorrow, but I doubt I'll read much, but I just want to get it started. It kind of looks really chunky though. I don't know if it's just because it's hardback. We shall see, but I'm honestly going to sit and read, and maybe we'll have a chat with how I'm finding the book when I get through a certain amount today. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be bringing this vlog to an end as we do my skincare, just because I'm so tired. I've spent my evening reading a little bit of Swept Away, so we'll touch on that as well. And then I cooked us dinner. I made a beef stir fry, and then I've literally been meal prepping for the past hour. I've made breakfast and lunch for the next 2 days, but that really helps us out in the week. It means we spend less money and we have obviously a nice, well-balanced meal. But my thoughts on Swept Away so far: it's really fun. I feel like I've giggled quite a few times, and I think I'm only in like the first 30 pages or so, but the way they've set it up is our two main characters have both accidentally like bought or rented this boat to stay on. So they have a one-night stand and they go there, they wake up in the morning and he's like, oh, can I walk you home? And she says, this is my boat, and it's just like kicked off from there. It's really fun so far. I feel like I really hope there's some more like deeper kind of stuff that we get into, because I think our female main character has mentioned about loss, so hopefully we touch on those topics and we get to know our characters a bit more. But I really do like both of them so far. And yeah, I'm just gonna literally finish up my skincare, maybe pick up my book again, but I'm heading to bed because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to go to the gym, and I've already packed my bag just to kind of set my day on the right way, and I hope it works because I really have not been consistent since I took a little break to go and play tennis, so I need to get back into routine. Hopefully we can do that. But thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.